Alright guys, welcome back to the Aeroteam YouTube channel. My name is not Pop-Tart or Mind, it's actually Fanglin. This is my first video I've ever done, so bear with me because I might mess up, and if I do mess up, you're gonna have to watch it. Alright, so we are doing an aircraft showcase today of the Q400. It's a Canadian plane made in Montreal, I believe. I'm just looking at the plane, it looks great. The people who built this plane, it was Miles Fifi and Maybe South. I'm saying Maybe South because he is questionably proactive. If you guys like this sort of stuff and you want to see more of it, you guys can hit up our Discord server. I'm sure there'll be a link in the description. You know, everyone does that. It's all fun and games. So this aircraft and all the liveries, we've got like 70 of them or something. They all use the Aeroteam 2.0 texture pack, which is actually unreleased right now. It's a work in progress, and a lot of these textures, such as the obsidian right here, is a little bit off. And so Aeroteam version 1 is the only one that's out right now. Aeroteam version 2 is a work in progress, and what you see in this video will not be what you see if you were to be here right next to me, be my friend. Alright, one last final thing. This plane, and all the planes for that matter, they take a lot of work. And there's a lot of people who spend hours upon hours just like breaking a slab and like moving it one block back. It's pretty fun. And if you guys want to check out how we made this plane and the steps that sort of went into researching and making a perfect 1.5:1 scale copy of the Q400, you guys can go maybe, I think it's about 8 or 9 or 10 videos back. There's an hour-long live stream of people goofing around and trying to fix this plane. It's a great video, you guys should check it out. Anyway, let's get into this showcase. This is the Bombardier Q400. It's a twin turboprop, sort of, you know, regional propeller plane sort of thing. It's kind of cute. I like it. So, you know, it's typical plane. You got your nose, pitos, nose gear. It's very short and stubby. Got some static things on the bottom, buttons and levers. This is the front door. We got all the windows, our big, huge propeller, 6 blades. This is a very nice propeller. It uses half slabs, or not half slabs, sorry, sideways slabs. That's a Aeroteam texture pack exclusive, so you guys should check that out. Then we have landing lights right here. We got our leading edge of the wing, aileron, nav lights, flaps, flap truck fairings right here. Got our big huge engine, our landing gear. This is our main landing gear. Actually retracts into the, or maybe backward, it retracts into the engine cowling. So that's pretty cool. And then we have the exhaust for the turboprop engine right here. Another set of flaps. And this is one of the gear doors right here on the side. Moving back, we got our little bit of a vein sort of thing sticking out like a fish on the bottom there. Here's another main door. I think most people entrance to the back door like this, and then they walk down like most turboprops at least. This is a baggage bay door right here. This is where they put bags and stuff. And then we got our vertical stabilizer, horizontal stabilizer. Got our little lever things right here. I don't know what they're for, but they're cool. And then APU, if this plane is an APU. If it doesn't, my bad. I think it's the same thing on the other side, right? Must be, yeah. Same thing on the other side. We got our little green nav light right here. Let's go inside. I'm getting bored of outside. Let's go inside. And we got our cockpit right here. We need to go first officer's side. Can't see anything because these are actually wool blocks. Got our yoke, rudder pedals, instruments, center console thing. And then we go into the cabin through this door. So we got a jump seat. Something over here, I'm actually not sure. It might be a cargo hold or a galley or something. It's a little small, or a bathroom actually. Here's the cabin. In real life, it's a two configuration, 2 seats on each side. Obviously, this scale doesn't allow that. This is Minecraft, right? Seats are not a meter wide, but let's just pretend it's 2 seats. Let me go back. It's just economy usually. Airlines usually do economy. Back. And then we got our rear galley. We got our little Spencer friend over here. Another jump seat, I think. And then rear bulkhead, like so. And then if you were to look out the wing, it would look like this. Right there, you get a nice view of the engine. And over here, you can see the propeller spinning really fast. Anyway, and then also one more thing. This is the rear cargo hold of the aircraft. This is where they toss your bags. And they got a little net thing in the front. Yeah, it's a cute little hidey space inside the tail of the Q400. Alright, let's move on to some liveries. This is the house livery for Bombardier and for the Q400. I think it says Q400 right here in big fat blue, and then it's got the Bombardier icon at the back. Good looking one. Oh, another thing I should point out, this plane has the spoiler air brakes up right now. These things that go up, flaps down all the way in landing configuration. Forgot about it. This is what the engine would look like running at full speed. Moving on, this is the Alaska Airlines livery. It's actually flown by Horizon Airlines, but they're pretty much Alaska, so I'm just going to say Alaska from here on. Got the Eskimo dude on the tail. It says Alaska in the front right here. Nice colorful stripes. Got this little bit on the back of the engines, more stripes. It's a solid looking livery. I like this one. I think they're probably the largest Q400 operator in the US or North America, but I might be wrong, so don't quote me on that. Next one is the old Alaska livery. This is the black and white one. Well, black, white, green, a few other colors, but it's mostly black and white. It's the same thing except for it's got the Eskimo dude in black and white on the tail and some lines. Yeah, it's a cool looking plane. This is probably my favorite Alaska livery. This is the retro Alaska Airlines one. We got Alaska plastered on the front, some nice orange California, sunset. Speaking of which, sunset vibes, and then got our little orange and red icon on the tail. It's a nice looking livery. Now, Alaska did this promotional thing where they painted colleges on something like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, maybe even 10 different Q400s. These are like West Coast, Rocky Mountain colleges. So I think it's a good promotion. And we painted all of them. So let's go over them real quick. This first one is University of Idaho. And it's got this brown livery with a big fat I right here for Idaho. And then it's brown for potatoes because, that's what they do in Idaho. Yeah, it's a nice looking livery. The next one, University of Oregon. These are the Ducks. The famous Oregon Ducks. They're really good at running. Anyway, they have green and yellow, just like me, Lucky Charms. Same big fat Alaska plastered on the front. Big O for Oregon. And then some ducks. Next one is the Oregon State Beavers Alaska livery. They actually have orange and black. Next one, Washington State University Cougars. They have red and silver. You might notice a trend with these college liveries. They're more or less the same in terms of their style. They got the secondary colors on the engines, primary colors for the Alaska, and then the tail with the logo and some stripes in the middle. And I think they do the mascot here, but I don't know. I'm Fanglin. I'm discount Aeroteam. All right, the next one I think is the South Dakota State Aztecs. Some more red, some more black, some more Alaska. Now here's University of Alaska. These guys are the Fairbanks Nannoks. I don't know what a Nanook is. We got some nice blue, yellow. Yeah, it's like the other ones, but in blue and yellow. It's great. All right, so this next one is the Montana University Grizzlies. We got some looking like some crimson and some silver, and then I think it says Grizzlies on the tail. Anyway, moving on. This is the University of Washington Huskies. Yes, the Huskies, like the dog things. They use purple and this kind of tannish, brownish. I don't know how to describe. I don't know my colors, honestly. But yeah, this is University of Washington. They're a very prestigious university. And they are up by Boeing, kind of. Anyway, purple, Alaska. What's more to love? Moving on. This is very similar to the Oregon Ducks one. I believe this one is the University of Alaska Anchorage. I think they are the Seawolves, but it's green and yellow, just like the Ducks. Same Alaska scheme. Pretty nice. And then this one is the Montana State University, not Montana University, but Montana State University cats. Like, I don't know what kind of cats. It could be like house cats or, like lions, but it's just cats. Let's just go house cats because that's nice. Yeah, it's blue, yellow. Yes, this is our last Alaska one. I'm tired of saying Alaska. I'm tired of saying university. I'm just tired of everything. Given that, this is the Boise State Broncos. So they got some nice blue and orange going. All right, finally, something interesting. No offense to Alaska or Boise State, but this is the Air Canada. This is the old livery. So this is the one that they are replacing. I think there's still a few planes in this livery. And they are operated by Jazz Aviation, Jazz Airlines, something like that. Canada, they're jazzy. It's the icy blue livery. So we got our big fat maple leaf here on the tail with a nice fade. This is their new livery. This is their updated, I think 2018 or 2019, one of the two. It's pretty snazzy. They got their highly controversial, mask raccoon print sort of thing on the front here. I like it personally. I like the masks on the tail here with the circle and the leaf in the middle. I love this livery. It's a great little plane. I think these are also operated by Jazz Aviation, just like that guy over there. So we'll see a lot of these in the future. Moving on, so this is our second Canadian airline to fly Q400s. This is Porter Airlines, and you may not have heard of them because they're relatively small, but they operate out of Toronto City Airport, which is a tiny airport. It's got a tiny little runway that only Q400s can land on, and it's conveniently right on the waterfront. It's a really cool airport, and you guys should definitely just Google Maps and zoom in. You'll find it. But anyway, Porter is based out of there, and they fly a lot of little routes in eastern Canada. And then Porter right there. We've got a nice gray underside. All right, this is our Westjet Encore livery. Westjet is like the snazzy new Canadian airline. They are killing it, personally. I love these guys. So they got their little tail. I think it's supposed to be reminiscent of a leaf, but I don't know. I mean, it's just abstract art, I like it either way. And then we got WestJet. I think they operate mainly in the western side of Canada, out of Calgary and Edmonton and Vancouver. But I think there might be some on the East Coast too, especially very far, very, very far east, St. John's and Halifax and that sort of stuff. So moving out of Canada, we are this is Air Iceland or Iceland. No, it's Air Iceland. Air Iceland. They're based in Iceland. I've said Iceland maybe 20 times now, but they actually go by Air Iceland Connect now, I think. And they're just sort of, your friendly Iceland Vikings sort of, they do commuter things. I think they operate some even smaller planes like DH6s and stuff. So this is the Norwegian airline. known to us Americans as Wildero. But I did my research, and apparently the Norwegians pronounce it something along the lines of Videro, but they got their nice green lines down. It says Videro here, and they operate little flights through all of Scandinavia, definitely Norway. I don't know about all of Scandinavia, but definitely Norway. And this is actually one of the first airlines to fly the new Embraer E175 E2. So if you're looking to fly that plane, this is the airline you want to fly with. Next, this is Air Baltic, based out of Riga in the Baltic Sea. It's a really cool airline. They got like their nice lime green tail with Baltic Air. I think, does it say Air Baltic or Baltic? One of the two. Yeah, and these guys fly throughout Eastern Europe. It's a cool airline. So right here, we got a series of Flybe aircraft. If you didn't know already, Flybe is now gone. But this is their final Flybe livery. Got a little bit of pink, a little bit of purple, a little bit of Flybe, a little bit of bankruptcy. What? Anyway, moving on. This is the Flybe white livery. They flew this one for the longest time, at least from what I remember. This is Flybe here. They got some nice 3 colors: blue belly, blue tails. That's Flybe on the tail, and this was your classic school bus of the United Kingdom. Get you places real fast for real cheap. Not quite Ryanair cheap, but close enough. Anyway, this was their more updated livery, their purple livery, I suppose. It says Flybe on the tail. You got your nice little stripes thing. A little bit like Southwest. And then they've got their entire purple fuselage, and then Flybe on the front there. One thing I did not know is that they painted the wings purple too. And that's a really cool feature. Normally you don't see colored wings, but Flybe you do, because it's cheap and it's quirky. Moving on. This is, I don't know why these holes are in the ground. This is Luxe Air from Luxembourg. It's a tiny little country in Western Europe, sandwiched between, I think, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France. Maybe Germany, something like that. But it's a small country. It doesn't need a large airline, but they do have Luxe Air, and they operate Q400s. Luxe Air, we got our little Luxembourg flag thing on the tail. It says Luxe Air right there. This is what we have on the main line, so I'm going to go off of this. Air Berlin, they went into bankruptcy a few years ago in September or something. And they flew Q400s from small cities in Germany. So, RIP Flybe. Or, not RIP Flybe, RIP Flybe, but RIP Air Berlin. Alright, so I think this is LOT, Polish Airlines. LOT is an amazing airline. They're Star Alliance. They're based in Warsaw, Poland. Have you ever seen that famous video of the 767 skidding down the runway without any wheels? This airline, right here. They also operate Q400s, like so, out of Eastern Europe, Warsaw, other places in Poland. Good airline. Moving on. Next one is the LOT 100 Years livery. You can't really tell what's going on in this livery, but it says 100 years, LOT somewhere. It's a lot of years. Moving on. This is Austrian, like Sound of Music Austrian. This is their older livery, I think. Early 2000s. They got their nice sort of baby blue and some red. A little arrow sort of logo on the front right here. This is my personal favorite one to their current one, but the current one's not bad either. And here's the current one, actually. This is the current Austrian Airlines livery. They kind of just kept the tail, removed the blue, made it more red. And, red's not bad, but, you kind of need a little bit of blue here and there. It's not bad, though. It's a nice little plane. This is our third Austrian plane, believe it or not. This is actually Star Alliance. So we got a little star emblem up here, 5 stars in a circle. Star Alliance, and then it says Austrian somewhere in tiny little text. I think this is one of the only Q400 in the world to fly with an Alliance livery on it, so it's pretty rare, but it's a good looking plane, so yeah. Oh, this is the, so Austrian did a special livery once, and it was called the Tyrolean Delivery, and it was actually, it was an airline that was based in Austria, and Austrian did a rendition of it, so it was the excuse me, the Tyrolean. I don't know what it means, but it's Austrian. I'm not sure if it exists anymore, though. This is the Eurolot livery. This is another Polish airline based out of Warsaw. I think it's just like Lot Poland, but a little bit cheaper, a little bit sketchier. Who knows? I've never flown them. They're a cool airline. They got like a little kind of squiggly thing on the tail here. Next one down. This is Eurolot as well. Actually, they got the same tail, but this is the Budapest livery. I think Budapest. And they had like this nice little green and blue sort of thing going on in the tail and the front. I like this livery a lot. Actually, it's really cool. All right, next one down. This one is white. It's just white. And you might be asking, what airline would fly with just white? Well, my answer to you is Eurowings. I don't know if you can read it right here, but it says Eurowings. And traditionally, Eurowings are known for their nice, snazzy kind of blue maroon tails, but not on the Q400 because they ran out of paint. Maybe not. But this is Eurowings. I'm not sure how many of these they flew, but they flew some. Next one, I think this is Croatia Airlines. They got like their kind of red and blue speckled pattern on the tail, like the Croatian flag is like a checkerboard. Got some nice blue underbelly, just like Austrian and Flybe, and then it says Croatian. Next one, this is Olympic Air, based in Greece, I think. Olympic Air, they do like a lot of island hopping flights throughout like the Greek islands, and they're a really cool airline. They've been around for a while, I think. And then this is the SATA, S-A-T-A. This is based out of the Azores Islands in the Atlantic, middle of the Atlantic. So I'm assuming that this Q400 does a lot of island hopping flights within the Azores Island chain. But they got like this little thing in the front. I don't know what it is, but it's cool. This is Aurora Airlines. So actually, this is a very discreet airline. It's Aurora Airlines. It's based in far, far, far eastern Russia. Like, I'm talking Siberia, Russia here. And they're based in Vladivostok, right by North Korea. So they fly a lot of connection routes in eastern Russia to cities along the eastern Russian seaboard. It's a really cool airline. I think they have A319s and maybe A320s as well. Next one. I've never heard of this airline until I did this video. So this is Qantaslink Airline. Q-A-Z-A-K, or Q. And they are based in Almaty, Kazakhstan. So that's a really cool place to fly. Kazakhstan's a beautiful country. So they got like this little rainbow polka dot sort of thing going on the tail. And then a big fat Qantaslink right there in the front. Moving on, this is Tassili. Again, I don't know how to pronounce this. So it's Tassili. And it's a small little airline based out of Algiers, in Algeria, in northern Africa, in the Mediterranean Sea. So I'm assuming they fly out of kind of in the northern Africa region. Maybe they fly these to Europe now and then. But they do have 737s also in this airline, so they might use those instead. Jambojet is based in Kenya, in Nairobi. Jambojet. It's fun to say. Give me a break. But they're actually relatively new. I think they were founded in 2015 or 2014. So they only have a few Q400s as of now, but they are kind of your Southwest Airlines of Nigeria. Not Nigeria, sorry, Kenya. Jambojet, that's like the best name out of any of these. And then here we have it. This is, you know it, you love it. It's Ethiopian. straight out of Ethiopia, straight out of the paint shop with a fat Ethiopian printed on the side. Got our little, I'm not sure if this is the flag or something. Pardon my American naiveness of the global flags. I don't know what I'm saying. I think we're only halfway down the line and I'm already breaking down. Anyway, I think they've had this livery for quite a long time. They had it on their older liveries back when they flew in like the 90s, maybe even the 80s, but it's freshened up. It's a cool plane. Apparently, Addis Ababa, where these guys fly from, it's a really cool place. This is Cote d'Ivoire Airlines. I had to think of how to pronounce that real quick. Cote d'Ivoire Airlines, based out of Cote d'Ivoire, or the Ivory Coast, in sort of northeastern or northwestern Africa. And there's only a handful of these, but they fly, I guess, small little commuter routes along the Western Africa coast. So to places like Lagos and Accra, maybe. Next one, Air Tanzania. This is a really cool airline, actually. They've been in the news a lot lately, for good reasons, obviously. Namely because they've been receiving a lot of new planes lately. They're owned by the government of Tanzania, and they recently just purchased, I think it's either one or two 787s, 787-8s. And they also have a bunch of brand new A220-300 aircraft. And so yeah, they got a bunch of brand new planes. And they fly out of Dar es Salaam in eastern Africa, kind of down towards Madagascar. And they got like a cute little giraffe on the tail, which is really cool because giraffe are like. Next one, this is Air Eric, based out of Lagos in Nigeria. Air Eric has been around for a while. I think they flew A340-500s at some point in their history. They probably don't anymore because nobody flies them. But we got some nice dark blue and nice dark red. I love this livery. It's great. All right, moving on. This is South African South African Express. Pardon me. It's like South African, but Express and Q400. So yeah, South African Express. Moving on. So this is an interesting airline right here. It's called Heli Malongo. It's up there with the Jambo Jet name. Heli Malongo. It's actually not like a passenger airline, but it's a charter airline in Luanda, in southwestern Africa. And apparently they fly a lot of charter flights for oil workers. So I don't know exactly what that entails, but it is what it is. All right, this is the TAG Angola. When I say TAG, there's actually two A's, so TAAG Angola. They're also based in Luanda, but they're a much bigger airline. They are known for operating 777s, 787s, some, big new jets. And actually, these Q400s are brand new. I think they ordered 6 of them, and they only started being delivered at like January and February of this year. So they might not all be delivered yet, but there's definitely at least maybe 1 or 2 out there. It's a really cool livery. They got some sort of animal on the tail. I don't exactly remember which one, but I love these stripes that go along the side. It looks great. TAG Angola. Good stuff. All right, this next one is certainly colorful. This is very passionately colored, and ironically so, because this is actually Passion Airlines. Passion Air. Passion Air is an airline from Accra in Ghana. So they operate a lot of flights, regional flights from Ghana. And I guess they're very passionate about what they do. It's a very cool livery, though. I like it. This next one, this is Rwanda Air. From Rwanda, Kigali, actually, in Rwanda. And they fly domestic. routes in Africa too. There's a lot of Q400s in Africa. That's great. This airline is actually well known for having A330s, and they actually notably have a A330 Neo dash 900 Neo. So that's cool. If you want to fly to Africa in one of those, this is the airline you're going to do it in. This is Knuck Air. You may have heard of them, Knuck Air. They are well known for having a bird's beak on their planes, and it's very disorienting when you look at it. It's just like Knuck actually means bird in Thai, so Knuck Air. It's appropriate that you put a bird on your plane, like so. But anyway, they have all these like wacky liveries. I don't know if they represent anything, but they just look colorful and pretty. I guess just like Thailand, because Thailand is colorful and pretty, and has a beak. Anyway, so this one got some purple, some yellow, some blue. This next one looks like the same thing with a little bit of pink, some yellow, a little bit different. Shooting on back to this one, we got some blue going. Wow, look at that, blue and pink and yellow. I like that. It's like a tropical fruit drink. Wow, look at that. I'm just gonna stay in the ground for now. It's a good place to be. This one, we got some green, orange, and yellow. More Knuck. Brown, got some brown, yellow, more yellow, even more brown. You guessed it, more yellow. Knuck Air. Another brown and yellow one. I guess this is slightly different. This one looks a lot like a bird, actually. It's kind of weird. More Knuck. Some yellow and orange. Looks like a sun on the tail. I'm not sure what that is, but that's cool. This is Beeman, Beeman Bangladesh. And these guys also have 777s and 787s, so they're a pretty cool airline. This is an interesting airline. It is called US Bangla. So US-Bangla Airlines. And it's based out of Bangladesh. I don't know why it says US on the front, like right here. But it does. US Bangla. And they're based out of Bangladesh, just like Beeman Bangladesh over here. This airline was actually unfortunately well known for a fatal 2018 crash. One of these Q400s crashed in Kathmandu, in Nepal. And I think there were around 50 fatalities. So, but it's a very nice livery. It's like kind of got like a sun sort of emblem here on the tail. Next on over is Shree Airlines. SHREE. Shree, like a bird sound. Shree. And this airline is based out of Kathmandu, Nepal. Got some nice Shree Airlines right there. All right, this one some people may recognize. This is PAL Express, or Philippines Airlines Express. Philippine Airlines Express. There we go. Finally got it right. Got like a kind of like a sun sort of thing on the tail, and like a nice white clean, and then Philippines, like so. And these guys are based out of Manila in the Philippines. Most of them are, at least. All right, next one down. This is one of my personal favorites. I think this is SpiceJet. SpiceJet is a low cost. It's huge, actually. It's a huge airline, but it's a low cost carrier based in India. And if you're going to be in India, you're going to see a lot of SpiceJet. Next one down. This is Cobham Aviation. Cobham. It's an Australian word, so it's English. But anyway, Cobham Airlines is an Australian airline, and they're known for flying the 717 for Qantaslink. So they're sort of one of those airlines like SkyWest where they fly a certain plane for a different airline. All right, here's Qantaslink. So Qantaslink is actually not operated by Cobham Airlines, even though Cobham Airlines does operate for Qantaslink, just in a different plane. So this Qantaslink plane is actually operated by Sunstate Airlines. Sunstate Airlines operates about 31 of these, all for Qantaslink. So yeah, that's that. But it's actually Ruku Airlines. Ruku Air Commuter. Sorry, it took me a time. I had to read that off. It's a Japanese, it's sort of a subsidiary. But Ruku, otherwise known as RAC, they've been abbreviated like that in the past. but they fly out of Okinawa in Naha, Okinawa in Japan, and they wear the JAL livery. Japan likes to do this. They like to have a lot of small regional airlines like Hokkaido Air System, and then they put a JAL logo on the back. Next one here, we have ANA wings. It's like ANA, but it's like a little commuter Q400 Pee-wee jet puddle jumper thing in Japan with ANA on the tail. It's based out of Osaka. This is the airline that actually operates the 737-500s, like the little cute 737s that have a little whale on the engines. This airline. They only have a few of them, and they're retiring them this year. So this one is ANA in the Eco Green livery, right? It's ANA right here, but it's not blue, but it's actually green. It's the same thing, but it's green. But they actually have the ANA logo here in blue. So, yeah, I mean, it's promoting eco-friendliness and probably biofuels or something. It's a good thing to do, good thing to go towards, because airplanes pollute a lot. We're at the end of the line right here. Those are all the Q400 operators. This is a long video. It's like 30, 40, 50 minutes. Jesus. But Q400s are pretty planes, and we had to show you all of them. So that's what we did. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys see us, or maybe me, in the next video or next few videos. This is Fanglin. I've been talking for a very long time. My throat's tired. My mind's tired. I'm tired of looking at Q400s. Thanks for watching. Thanks for dealing with my first video. I know it was quite an experience. Anyway, thanks for joining me.